Welcome to a brand new podcast. This is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. Now, you can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products, 20,000 different products for your everyday enjoyment. That's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, jewelry, artwork, house products, and much, much more. So definitely check that out. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's www.evolutionoflondon.com. And also check out evolutionoflondon.org. O-R-G. There you'll find custom clothes, accessories, and digital products such as ebooks for personal and business use. And finally, check out evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E. There you'll find from DVDs, games, lotions, soaps, much, much more clothes. So evolutionoflondon.store. Definitely you can support us that way. Check that out at least. If you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com if you want to put your business / brand on this platform. So definitely you can support us that way. evolutionoflondon@gmail.com is same email if you want to make a free will offering. As we expanding, we definitely could use your support. We expanding worldwide. I know now Brazil is listed to us, Ireland, and it's another country too. We just checked us out. Let's see. Hold on, because I always check out my analytics, and I always get the information here. I'll tell you in a moment. Hold on for a minute. Just stay with me, I should say. United Arab Emirates, just recently. So thank you, United Arab Emirates. So we growing, we rolling along, and thank y'all guys for supporting, listening to the show, and passing the information worldwide to family, friends, and foe. And the ones that are not, definitely I can use your support in doing that, passing the information worldwide. So definitely check that out, and thank you for your support. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. There you will see other links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. LINKTREE.com. And we do have a Patreon channel in which we have videos that is not posted on YouTube. Patreon, patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. I'm repeating that because I know a lot of people from different parts of the world might not understand sometimes, and I sometimes speak very fast, so you might not catch it, so I'm slowing it down so that way you can check it out, and then you can listen to the podcast again so you can write it down on the sheet of paper. So definitely support that, support the brand. You already know what it is. And again, thank you. In the email, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com is our PayPal account. So even if it's $1, $2, definitely support that. Show your love. Because it's not easy doing this. Definitely not week to week, just grinding it out. So show your support. Support the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax. So if you want to place an order, you can email them at royalty9international@gmail.com. They make scented to unscented candles. Now, the scented candles are from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, peppermint, eucalyptus, just to name a few. And they on social media, Instagram and TikTok, Royalty 9 International. Again, it's very good candles, burning time over 35 plus hours. Very good quality, 12-ounce jars. So if you want to place an order, royalty9international@gmail.com. They custom make the scents for you. And soon we'll keep you posted when they upgrade their website. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats as you listen to right now. And once you go to his social media site, support, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. You will see his other social media sites, as I mentioned. So support that. That's on YouTube. And continuing to train on YouTube, of course, the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. Now over 600 videos. 600 videos. Wow. Came from a long ways. Steady grinding. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel, as we are alleged shadow banned, because again, we a lot of great stuff on YouTube in terms of education that was put up and posted. And again, you definitely will find it informative. So the Greatness 19 channel, like, subscribe, and share, and pass it along to family, friends, and foe, as well as Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. If you just type in Mr. MR, then period, Evolution of London, treat it as one word, you will see the channel, and it's our health and wellness channel. So definitely support that. A lot of great information on products to take, different tonics that you can take to help your overall body. So don't underestimate that. Definitely check that out and support. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years, so if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. Also support his merchandise, www.wjaaccessories.com. Again, that's wjaaccessories.com for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, so definitely if you want to book for him to come to your venue, you can email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's djpanthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. And you will find him on social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, DJ Panthro 519 on YouTube, and DJ Panthro on Instagram, TikTok as well. Also, he has an added platform on TikTok, The Real DJ Panthro, DA, the Real DJ Panthro. So definitely support his brand, and you can email him once again, djpanthro519@gmail.com. Cindy's Place, she makes custom clothes, accessories, and she's putting on more and more digital products, ebooks for your overall education. So definitely support Cindy's Place. That's www.cindysplace.org. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Anchor.fm, now Spotify for podcasters. Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Greatness 19 channel, the Oracle 19 podcast, Mr. Evolution of London, the Greatness 19 channel, as well as Mr. Evolution of London, as I mentioned, is on the YouTube channel. Rumble.com Just type in the Oracle 19. More information or more, videos will be posted there pretty much right now. So if you go, you'll see Rumble, www.rumble.com. You just type in the Oracle 19, like, subscribe, and share to that platform. More information, more videos is on that. And www.theoracle19radio.com. Okay, now we got the business aspect out the way. I always give my perspective as usual and / opinion. So today, knowing when your relationship is over. Yes, knowing when your relationship is over. Catch my breath. Breathe. Okay. And again, it's something random, top of my head. I felt, because I always check out social media. And again, I've been getting a little information, and I like to always give my perspective of different topics. As you know, over time, we have pretty much over 300 shows on this platform. And I've been rocking with this for 2 years. A little bit over 2 years. And check out the old material, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, I talk about basically everything, and I'm still rolling. So, again, I was on I check out social media, as I mentioned, and this is New York entertainers, rappers, gentleman named Papoose and Remy Ma. And I know that so many people around the world listen to my platform, so they're not necessarily, you're not going to know who they are, but I'm going to put it together for you. I know a lot of people that listen to hip-hop music know who I'm talking about. And the point I'm making is knowing when your relationship is over. I give you an example of him. That's why I mentioned this gentleman named Papoose and his wife. See, a lot of times men, you invest in a woman, and see, people change. We all know this. People change. You invest a lot of times. Well, let me give you the story since I mentioned about the gentleman. See, this rapper, his name is Papoose. He and his wife. Now, number one, he met his wife. I forgot the year, whatever, but they've been married for a long time, and since early 2000s or 90s. I mean, they've been rocking for a long time. But the point I'm making is, when he met her, she was already a single mom. And, she got locked up. She was locked up, and she was in jail for some time. And what he did is, and I'm giving you the short form of everything, he just invested in her, basically, because he took care of her child, and he married her while she was in jail. I believe that's the story. And then, years later, up to recently, there's alleged story that she had a relationship with a younger guy, and allegedly. And the point I'm making is, whether they get back or it's right now, I don't know if they're going to divorce or not or whatever. But he invested a lot in her. Now, we don't know behind the scenes if that is absolutely true. We don't know what's sparked it. It's always two sides to a story. Yes, it's true. So we really don't know. Okay, so I'm finished with their story. But there's so many different situations where you find in the entertainment world, from guys like Steve Harvey and his wife, rumors about that. And then there's other entertainers. And then there's everyday men in life. And again, there's a lot of stories behind this. But knowing when your relationship is over is the topic. Now, I'm leaning towards the men with this because, of course, I'm a man and I've been through the sands of life. And knowing when your relationship is over, and it could be applicable to women too. But this right now, generally, I'm leaning towards men with this. Because I'm a man, right? So I'm speaking to especially young men out here that need to listen to this information. See, here's the cold reality. Nothing lasts forever. And that could be applicable to both sides. Now, a lot of men invest a lot in the relationship, and you thinking, she could be down for you, meaning that she could be supporting you. And then she changes. And here's, I feel, the levels of disrespect a lot of men overlook. Is when you see, let's get right to it. Dressing. Her style of dressing. When you find, especially when you've been married to a woman for a long time, and that woman is a mother, and she's over 35 or 40, and you've seen her changing up in her dressing style. Maybe she was conservative when you first have met her, and then when you had children, she stayed conservative. But then all of a sudden, she's changing up, wearing cat suits, body suits, and showing her behind and her breastises all over the world. And she's a mother. You need to watch. Women will let you know really what they feel and if they in your corner. You need to watch their movements carefully, very carefully. And one of the signs a lot of men overlook is their habits, their dressing, how they change up all of a sudden. All of a sudden, they need more attention. And again, men never think that your woman will never change. Never think that. Because people change. And you have to have a reality, especially in this day and time, because there's so many different distractions in life. This society has created a system for women just to be outright whores and dressing like whores and acting like whores and feminist whores too. They construct women in North America to be bisexual, feminist whores. That's the construct of this modern day society, this North America, U.S., Canada, and the European nations, I should add that on. They build a society for women to be of that image. Whether you're a single mom or you're a married woman or just a single person in general. That's the way society is built. See, this is what you need to get in your head. And don't think it can't happen in your country, because your country where you reside or where you're from already is influenced by the European nations. So even it could be in India, Africa, China, they are heavily influenced as well. So it's not the same like it used to be. Society is building women to be, like I mentioned, bisexual, feminist whores. That's the construct in society. Make no mistake about it. You see it in TV commercials, you see it in movies, etc. So knowing when your relationship is over is very key. And it's very important to always have an exit plan as a man. Mentally. Because if she changes, which that's a very strong possibility, then what you going to do? You're emotionally stuck. And you're feeling it. And then not only that, you stuck even financially and everything else, because you invested years, decades. I mean, men, here I gave you an example of a gentleman that I talked about earlier, which I said, Papoose, he invested decades in this female of his. And look what he has to allegedly have to go through. And you have many regular men in society invest so much into these females. Talking about, putting her on a pedestal, saying she is a god and she's a queen and she's the greatest and there's nobody like her. But then when she sleeps with another man that looks like you, a younger version of you, is this now your queen that you putting on a pedestal? And then a lot of you go crazy, you men go crazy because you invested so much. You should invest in yourself first and have an exit plan second. Never put your woman on that pedestal because she can't handle it. And she's bound to fail miserably. And it's going to be an embarrassment to your brand when she falls. You notice I said when she falls. Oh yes, because the percentages is high when you're in North America, in the European nations. Oh yeah, that the percentages is high that she will fail. She's going to listen to her girlfriends. She's going to listen to her family members. She's going to listen to the TV. Oh yeah, the percentages are high, and you will know when the relationship is over. Because welcome to the North American location where you reside. This is it. So you cannot put all your ducks in a row, or ducks, I'd be even more clear. You cannot depend on that woman that you with, so she's going to be straight and narrow. You just deal with her accordingly. If you invest in yourself and you have an exit plan, even when you, and what's so pitiful, a lot of men, this is a side note, this is the example I gave you is one of the, I heard many examples, hundreds of examples where men, when they, here's the reality, the painful reality, and a lot of women does this, and it's being more prevalent now. When men get older and they no longer the same man they was 20 years ago, or they invested so much in that woman, and then when the man is already on his decline, that's when the woman pounces, disrespects the man, and then she sleeps with other men or women. When he basically on his decline. I'm finding that more and more prevalent in modern day society. I get, ladies, believe me, I get so many messages, emails, talking to young men, old men, face to face. They tell me stories of their family members. And you could go on social media. I mean, it's thousands of stories how women basically ghost men after they basically a certain point in their life. Ghost them. And it's not because of cheating and anything. They just wanna be me and free all of a sudden. There's thousands of cases. We're not talking about being abused and stuff. These are separate, and it's not prevalent. But we just talking about just women with no just cause, just want something new and fresh. Hey men, this is the reality. Knowing when your relationship is over. Hey, I've been through it too. Women, like I said, different relationships, and all of a sudden they change up, and they deal with other men. Yeah, sure, it hurts, because you're a human being. You're gonna feel a certain way, but as it is, I have a lot of options going on, and I have a lot of things going on. So, I had to take that and then move on. Part of the sands of life. It is what it is. You just have to, you take that, that blow. But knowing when your relationship is over, a lot of times these women will show who they really are by their dress, their style of dress. And the men, let me tell you something. This is a side note. Many men like, you don't mind when your woman is out here wearing cat suits, showing her body and stuff like that. You think it's cool. That's disrespectful. Why? It's almost some type of, this is my opinion, mental illness. When you want your woman, and I know that might be a little bit over the top, and I know I'm gonna catch a lot of, heat from that, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Why would you want your woman just to be showing her body for every man to see? And you've been conditioned by women to say, well, I'm coming to you. It's yours. And that's one of my pet peeves. It's saying, and when women be saying, when you with her one-on-one, and I'm hoping you will know what I mean by that, and she say, it's yours. It's your vagina. And I'm giving you the clean version. I hate that. I mean, it sound fly, when you was young, like 20 years ago, whatever. But I don't want female saying it's yours. Yo, man, I mean, I want to step on her big toe and say, you liar. You're a liar. And saying it's yours. But didn't you tell Ralph 10 years ago it was his? Sam 5 years ago it was his? Or Alex last year it was his? So how many dudes you said is yours? And then you come into me and say, it's yours? You serious? You stinking whore. How in the world are you going to say that? It should be, you just should say it's for you at the present moment. That's the right wording, the right terminology. You should say that. It's yours. And she's not even a virgin. It's yours. Give me a break. Give me a break. So it was it Bill's that you had a baby with? Was it his back in 2005? Or second baby daddy? Was it his? Or third baby daddy? Was it his? Give me a break. Give me a break. Ladies, that is a bad word to say is yours. Oh, God. Oh, don't say that. It's disgusting. It was cute when I really didn't pay attention to it. But it's not cute no more. And men, young men especially, when you hear these women saying that to you, you should be insulted. Because when you break off from her and she gets another dude, it's going to be his. And she's going to be saying that stupidness. It's yours if you're a virgin. That's you have every right to say that. And I might give you a break if you're going to marry that man forever. Then maybe you could get a pass by saying that. But come on, man. You in these streets here and you're saying, you're just a prostitute. You just with that dude right now, but when next year is another dude. Come on, man. It sounds ridiculous. It's yours. Anyway, back to the scheduled program. Knowing when your relationship is over. Even her personality change. These women is with so many different men over the course of years, and then they might rock with you for 4 or 5 years, and then all of a sudden they at the job or they at school, and they close with the man at the job or the man at school, and then they start taking on that man's personality or talking points and bringing that to your house. Little disrespectful stuff. Or women is hanging out with men. They love to do that in this day and time. Women hanging out late at night, hanging out with men. And they think that's righteous. Knowing when your relationship is over, man. I talk about these things on previous shows, if you go back in time, a year, 2 years ago. But men, you need to pay attention when the relationship is over. Because these women out here is showing you everything you need to know. That's one thing on this. This is a side note. That's for me. I love podcasts. And I love what I'm doing now. It's delicious. And why I'm saying that is because when I meet women, you just listen to the podcast. And everything you want to know about me, you listen. So we don't have to go through the BS. We don't have to go through the BS. Because most women, anyway, is not going to rock with a person like me. I get it. And that's okay because you got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of women around this stinking planet Earth that I can talk to and with no problems and no issues. And that's how I look at it. And as long as you have money, you're able to travel around the world, or not even, you travel around your region. Even in your region, even in your local town, it's women all over. Women, 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 women's. All over. It's just a plethora of women. That's how I look at it. For me to partake if I want. It's just, that's how I look at it. I look at it no other way. I mean, it's there. And even as the older you get, you know, you're not going to run around here just with anybody. It's selections. You have to be more selective. But I really state for your younger men to be more selective now. Because you don't want to waste your sperm just on these scallywags. It really is, and you know, don't waste your time. And you really need to probe these women because a lot of times you will avoid problems years from now. And this gentleman that I mentioned earlier, he, in my opinion, in which a lot of us men don't do, we go with our emotions and don't really probe these women properly. Because there are signs that in reality, that woman is not for you. There's signs. We as men have to make more solid decisions. And I know I listened to a gentleman, a comedian named Corey Holcomb, and he made a very good point, great point, that we as men don't really know how to pick good women. And there needs to be school training how men should pick good women. And I guess the best time, like for now, to talk about that. Picking good women. You know, number one, and back to, again, we as men have to make better decisions. Let's start with this. This is going to be very triggering. And I'm saying for men overall. This is to pick a good woman, or a good, you have a great percentage of having a good woman by making a proper decision. Number one, here's the reality. Here's the reality. Now, especially you younger men, and this is really for you, and we're going to take this real slow. Hold on, because I want to really take this real slow, so hold on for a minute. I'm still with you. I'm just actually getting into a different vibe here, and I'm just want to make sure my audio and everything is right, because I want to make sure this is very clear when I really convey this information to you, knowing and this is a side note. See, you knowing when the relationship is over, but I can tell you certain things to even avoid all of that. And it's going to be triggering for a lot of women. But if you had sons, you probably think the same way. Number one, men, especially you younger men, you cannot marry a single mother. And you really cannot date or should not date a single mother. We talking business here now. This is a business move, okay? Now, and this is not hating, but you got to make a business decision, men, if you want to have a high rate of your relationship lasting long term, okay? Long term. Life is about business. Females look at that when they looking at you as well. But men, you are the leader. So a lot of times, here's the reality. Now, is it all single mothers bad? No, but your percentages is high, younger men. When you dating, and especially if you're going to marry, see, when you date a single mom, you got to be very careful, because chances are you're going to catch feelings, and then you're going to just say, okay, I take that chance. But when she's a single mother, you should not even date her. My personal opinion. Because again, feelings could get involved. And chances are, feelings will. Because she's going to give you a sob story. She's going to cry. She's going to tell you about her past. And then you're going to catch feelings. And then you say, okay, I'll marry you. And that right now will be more pressure on you in life on many different factors. I'm going to get to that also. You see, you have to make business decisions out here to avoid those problems. There's strikes. And I was mentioning with Papoose, there were strikes. There was serious strikes about the woman. Now, he just decided to overlook that and still marry her. You know, she was in jail, you know, she got locked up and stuff, and you know, she's a street chick, you know, and no disrespect, but you know, that, you know, I'm all right, I leave it alone, because I don't want to be, you know, slandering and stuff like that. But I make it more general. Men, and I first gonna hone in on the single mothers, and then I'll go forward with the other examples. You have, see, when you investing in a single mother, you're investing in her child and in her emotions, the emotions of the child, and all of that stuff. And then years later, when things go bad, which the percentages is high because it's where you reside in North America, is a cesspool of negativity, then all that investment of with the or the child or children that you invested in, and that mother, it basically all goes down the toilet. Now, it works for men that have children already, and it can be a better situation because there's a certain understanding. But that's a whole different topic, and I don't want to get into that. But for you young men, I'm really honing in on, and especially in this day and time, because the mindset of the single mother is different from the mindset of the single mother 50, 60 years ago, because that woman 50, 60 years ago had what we call shame. And she was very humble when she was a single mother. She basically stood to herself, and she was ostracized actually within society, but she wanted to be, she put in the extra mile to be a better woman because she's a single mom. We're talking 60, 70 years ago. We're talking about your grandmother's days. But you get a single mom in this day, they feel they entitled and they feel it's a requirement, and you know the rest. And that leads on to problems when your relationship is over. This, you have, see, men, we don't, see, I've been through the sands of life, and I'm telling you this. It's not like I haven't lived it. I lived it. So I'm telling you something because I know. I am the Oracle 19 for a reason. And I'm saying I'm not, some holier than thou person. I'm telling you because I've done a lot of strange things, ungodly things. And I'm telling you, it got me nowhere, but a lot of pain and suffering. So I'm saying that to say this about what I'm saying is for you to avoid those situations, because you got to have a business mindset nowadays. You just can't go off of emotions. You have to really go with logic, because you're going to fall in the trap of a lot of men out here that have dated single moms, and then it became a situation. And now their relationship is over, or is basically on its way to be over, because they just wanted to take that chance, and look where it got them. So, yes, and I talk about single moms and stuff. It's a no-no. See, it works when, or can work, is when, if she's a single mom and her child is 18 years or over, and she don't live in the house, and or he don't live in the house, and the child is on their own. That could be a better situation, because the child had no intentions to blend with you. They trying to create their own life. That can maybe work, because basically she's coming to you with, really, baggage is over. Baggage was dropped off. You don't have to worry about her baggage. But a lot of these single moms that you're dealing with fresh toddlers. Year old, 3 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old, and then, oh boy, teenagers, 13, 14. That's going to be a problem. And they living in the house, and they, especially teenagers, that's going to be a bigger problem. Because if you have an argument with them, when you have an argument with the woman, the kids is going to jump in. I know I'm being long-winded with everything, but it ties into your future. Why? Knowing when the relationship is over. Because if you don't screen these women from the beginning of meeting them for the first time, then you will avoid the future situations. So I'm trying to tell you right now to avoid future situations, so you won't be like these entertainers or even everyday people when their relationship is over, and why, and then the woman is acting a fool and disrespecting you and calling you names, taking you to court and all of this stuff, because it all starts from the beginning. Does this now make sense to you? Does it? If it makes sense to you, just nod your head. Believe me, I see all of y'all. I am God. Nah, just joking, all right? Don't get carried away. But just nod your head if we interacting, even though I know I don't see you, but I feels you. Nod your head, up and down. You agree, Let's continue. See, so that's step one. And unfortunately, in North America, if you're in the dating world, most of these females out here between 18 to 35, got kids. And multiple one at that. So, and then see, the thing about it is, men, it would be more acceptable a little bit, I get it, to deal with these women if they was humble. But these women that are single mothers, they have attitudes, requirements, thinking they bosses, coming with that ideology. Remember, I told you in the beginning, this system is built where you have bisexual, feminist sluts that you meeting, that is single moms. This is a reality. And am I lying, men and women, when I say this? In this modern day society, the women are programmed to be bisexual, feminist sluts. And the one that you meet, men, most likely fall in that three categories or one of them. A bisexual, a feminist, and just a slut. She fits those characters when you meet her, old or young, here in North America / European nations. That's the MO. So when you date that person or marry that person, your relationship will end definitely. You can bank on that. You can bank on that. That's not something that is a maybe, could be, should be, iffy. You can bank on that clockwork that your relationship will be over, men, if that woman fits in one of those categories: a bisexual, a feminist, a slut. It's just what it is. Or if she's one of those three, your percentage is high that your relationship will eventually be over, my opinion. I could break that down for you if you like. Do you want me to? Oh, sure I will. No problem. I got you. Bisexual. You know, when you have bisexual women, most likely they still in a confused state. It sounds exciting, men, that because you want a threesome and all of that other, fetishes and stuff like that. But in reality, most of these bisexual women are confused. Confused women. They don't know if they want a man on a Monday, a woman on a Tuesday, a toy on a Wednesday. They confused. They gonna tell you they all right. But if you meet up with a bisexual woman, you men don't base it off of her. Because she's going to paint a pretty picture that she's stable-minded. Of course she have to say that. You analyze her and you check her out and you will say Mr. Greatness is not lying. You could bank on that one. She's not stable-minded. How can you be stable-minded and you don't know what you want within the days of the week? My opinion. You're going to say, well, that's choices. Yeah, you have choices. You could drive a car with your feet. That don't mean it's the proper way. You could. I'm not saying you ladies, you could be whatever you want to be. You could be a slut, a whore. You could do whatever you want with your body. Hey, I'm not dating you. And I know you're saying, thank God. Yes, you're right. Thank God. Back to you. But see, that's just a reality. And this is not for the women. You're going to women that fits these categories. You're going to have to paint a picture that you grade and stuff like that. Knock yourself out. But this is for the men. This is for the men. The men need to know this, and you need to analyze when you find out she's a bisexual. She's confused. A feminist, definitely she's not in your corner. Yeah, feminism is bad. A woman that is a feminist is someone basically feel that she's the boss. She can do whatever she wants when she wants. She can do whatever with her body whenever. she don't have to follow your lead because it's 50-50. If she wants to go out and stay late and come back 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning drunk, she can do that because she's a feminist. She can do whatever she wants. If she cooks on a Monday, you better cook on a Tuesday because she don't feel like cooking. She can wear wherever she wants to wear, whenever she want to wear. She will say, because I'm coming back to you, it's yours. That's a feminist, in my opinion. I don't need to listen to you because you don't own me. I own me. And I don't need to listen to you. I can think about taking your advice. I could think about it, but at the end of the day, it's my decision. That's a feminist. This is for you younger men that need to know this. Because again, your mother, won't tell you that. Your daddy, because your mother ran your daddy out a long time ago, and he's not in the picture for whatever reason because he can't stand your mother, is you can't get that game from your daddy. Your uncle is a drunk or a junkie, so you definitely can't get anything out of it. Your male cousins are struggling because they in bad relationships. Society of men teaches to be warm and cuddly to a woman. So you don't really hear a lot of game, but you hearing from people like myself and other bigger platforms of men that telling you the reality because we lived it. We're not saying it, we lived it. We've been around these feminists. That's why I'm the oracle. I know that sounds very pompous, very arrogant, but it is what it is. I've been through the sands of life, and I'm telling you, younger men, so you don't fall in that pitfalls. These is an example of feminists. It's my body, my choice. But they want a man that's 6 feet, 6 packs, 6 figures, and they just don't want to listen to him. The 666s, you demon you. And they don't want to listen to you. They just want you to obey them in reality. And these are examples of feminists. And if you marry one that feels she can wear whatever she wants to wear and she's coming back to you because, her body is the best body and, that money can buy. So you have to accept that. That your relationship is going to end eventually. Dealing with this modern day feminist, believe me. And if, of course, a slut, need I say anything more? And a lot of you men, we men, have dealt with whores. When you have a female, nowadays, body count, and I talked about that. But see, men, you need to ask the proper questions because these women is not going to tell you. But she will let you know everything you need to know when you look her in the eye, you ask probing questions. And the questions you will ask Mr. Greatness is say, what questions? Give me some examples. Fine, I will. I shall. What's your purpose in life? And if she's telling you just to turn up and have fun, that's a slut, most likely. Now, a lot of ladies is listening to this show, so when I put you men on game and you start asking a lot of women, what's your purpose in life? What's your purpose in life? They're going to deflect and they're going to give generic answers to drink an herbal tea and burn incense and save the planet and help people, and you're gonna be like, ooh, wonderful. wonderful. Ooh. I'm here to save the planet, to help human beings, and because I think we as the human race need to elevate and see how things are. And you be like, ooh, 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 wonderful. Oh, that's someone I need to marry. Hold up, man. Stop. Park your brakes. Let's analyze. See, you got to go deeper with the questions. You have to take time out, or what will happen in door number 2, your relationship will be over in 5 to 10 years, and you will get the grand prize of paying child support, and the grand prize of she destroying your name, and the grand prize of wasting your life 10, 15 years later because you didn't probe that female. That is your prize, modern day men. See, so you need to analyze your woman from the start when you meet and greet. It's like a job. Think like a corporation. When you do an interview, you're sitting down and you're asking about her family history. Does she talk to her father? Does she, the relationship she have to her father? Because a lot of these women have no relationship with their father. And the percentages is very high that she is not going to be the right woman for you because she has daddy issues. Percentages are high. You got to start thinking percentages and logic, men, not emotions, because she has a nice body and she just crack a smile or she's pretty. You better ask probing questions because you are doing a serious investment. And I told you in the beginning that this North American continent you on and the European nations is built for women. Women mostly are what? What did I tell you in the beginning of the show? The makeup the women of today is what? You say it, men. You tell me right now. What is the makeup of the modern day women here? The 3 things that I mentioned, they are. I'm going to give you one. Feminist. What's the other? Okay, what's the other? Come on, guys. Come on. Snap with it. Come on now. Come on. Tell me. Come on. Say it. Say it. Say it. Okay. That's your makeup of the modern day society of women. This is who they are. Stretches all over the world because they influenced by United States, Canada, European nations. This is the makeup. And if you don't nip it in the butt early, your relationship will be over very swiftly, very painful in 5 to 10 years. So I'm trying to help you avoid all of that by doing the proper work now. Do the proper work now, you can avoid the BS later. Because a lot of men in the entertainment world that we know didn't properly do these things. They married single moms, they married feminists, they married whores, and guess what? Now, 5, 10 years later, filing for divorce. And now you got children with them. And then here's the outcome, men. These women is going to have the children on, the kids are going to be on the side of the mothers. That's a reality. These children is going to be growing up to be a bunch of weirdos with no direction, that's going to be you, because you didn't do the proper checking now when your relationship is over. That's what's going to happen. That's your prize, modern day men. Season's greetings. See, so you can avoid all of this by properly analyzing her now. And you know, men, even older men that's listened to the show, do me a favor. Pass the information to your sons, especially, or young male cousins in your family, or men that you feel that needs it. Let them listen to this. Please, do me that favor. And you ladies, if you're really about something, pass it to the males and females in your circumference. But most likely, you women fall in these three categories, or one of the three, and unfortunately, you're just going to be mad at me and call me all the ungodly names. I get it. That's fine. It's what it is. And you will say I'm the worst of worst, and it's fine. I mean, you're not the first, and you won't be the last. And then you're going to get a lot of simp men that will say, you know what, brother, I think you're a little too hard on these women, because it's not all women, brother. Brother, I come from a single mom. And now you're going to get personal, saying with your situation, and I didn't really talk about your situation personally because I don't know you, but I'm the soul toucher, and I know I touch your heart. So you're going to say, brother, I came from a single mom, and she had to work hard because my father wasn't there, and she was a good mom. So it doesn't apply to my mom. I think a little too hard, brother. I think you're a little off, brother. Sir, ma'am, should I call you that, ma'am or sir? Sir, I'm not talking about you, okay? I don't know you. So it might not apply to you. Your mom that was a single mom might have been great, brother. I'm not talking about you. So let's not get emotional. I don't know you, okay? See, and then women would say, well, I'm not a slut. I didn't say you was a slut, ma'am. I believe in equal equality, because these guys are no good. All of y'all guys ain't ish. Ma'am, okay. If you say, because most men is trash out here. Okay, does that make you feel better? Okay, I can admit that. That's not a problem with me. But that's not the topic I'm talking about today. Okay? Well, I don't know, because I don't like what you're saying, Mr. Greatness, or whoever you are, because I don't know. I don't see your face. You don't want to show your face. I'm scared of you. You might hurt me. And I don't want to go ape-ish on you. So, I mean, these don't apply to y'all guys, okay? Y'all special. You're a special case. Okay, I understand it. Got it. Good. We can move on. But men, you have to realize, you have to start from the beginning And this is when you could avoid, your percentages will be higher in a stronger relationship when you go through this. So you will know when your relationship is over. And also moving forward, while you're in the relationship, protect yourself, protect your assets. You got to really think like a corporation. You have to have a game two, an exit plan. What if that woman changes? Do you have a second bank account, a second home, or can you get a second home? Could you money that she don't know about? You really gotta be calculated, because unfortunately, I've been in many situations, and you tell a female something, and then when they don't want you no more, they don't like you, they spilling out all the situation. He got this. Check him out. He got this location here. He lives here. He got that money here. You know, when they want to take you to the man, he said this. He got this right here. His mom live here. I know he goes to that location here. You can find him here. And I'm pointing my finger when I'm saying it. When the relationship is over, believe me, the BS just started, because they're gonna spill all the tea about you. What you do, how much money you have, or what they think you have, where you located, where you could be, especially when you start having children and stuff. I mean, it gets dirty. It's not just clear cut and over, guys, when the relationship is over, especially when you have children and stuff. It's just begun. I know my cousin told me a long time ago when he went through a divorce. He said, it's just beginning when you just get a divorce or the relationship is over. You got to factor in if y'all have assets together or children together or you live together or she knows what your movements are. She's spilling out the tea on everything because she's hateful. She's not going to keep it secretive. She used to tell you, I will never tell your business. I will always keep it to death do us part. But then all of that is out the window. She's a bona fide liar when y'all separate. She's a bona fide liar. No, she's spilling everything. Not everything, everything. So, yes. This is what it is, guys. When your relationship is over. And I give you the blueprint when you start is how you, the way you start is the way you will finish. The way you start is the way you will finish. Somewhat. I wanted to get the Michael Jordan real terminology. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Yes, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's the right wording. But basically, when you start out, the way you start out, and if you don't start out in the proper way, it's going to turn like these entertainers you see on TV, and it's going to get wild. It's going to get wild. People's already trying to call me. Yeah, no, it's going to get wild. You have to look at it as such. You can't tell your woman everything. You really can't. She got to earn points for you to say certain things, certain deep things. I think it only works somewhat when she's 70 years old. Or I should say not really, because there's Beyonce's mother, but that's what popped in my head. When she's 80 years old with dementia and in a wheelchair, and you old too in the wheelchair, you could probably tell her some deep, darkest things, because where she's going, she got dementia. She won't remember it anyway. I know I'm being funny with it, but yeah, while she's moving and shaking, You got to think like the FBI, CIA. Do they tell us citizens everything? They hold things for 50 years. And then 50 years later, they declassify stuff. And then you start learning what happened 50 years ago. But you still don't know all the details what happened 50 years ago. That's how you have to deal with modern day women in this day and time. Believe me, church. And you will thank me later. You're welcome. Yes, you definitely have to do that. That is your blueprint. That is the way you will survive. This will give you a better percentage of a stronger relationship. Never mind what the woman's saying. She's just a child with breasts. I remember this guy, Chronicles 144 on YouTube. The Chronicles of Judah 144. And you check his stuff out. I remember he used that. I thought it was classic. Just children with breasts. And I know women don't like to hear that. I never thought about it. I really never thought about it. And I was like, why that brother is so hard? That was insane to me. He's saying women is like children with breasts. And I was like, nah, man, no. But then I started really analyzing, and I've been in relationships, and then not only the younger women, but then the older women start acting like children with breasts. And then I look within my family of women, children with breasts. They like, and we're not talking about like, 20, 30-year-old women. We're talking about big women here. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. Children with breasts. Family members. Yes. And I'm like, God, darn it. I mean, I'd be like, you 60 years old. You still acting like a child? You still talking like a child? Men, forget what the women are saying. Because they're going to paint a picture like, that's not me. I'm grown. That's not me. I'm grown. That's just those women you have dealt with. I'm grown. You're a child with breasts. Breastises. You still be talking like you're a teenager. When especially with girls talk. They act like a bunch of cackling hens. Children with breasts. And I never thought about that, but now I look at it. Are there exceptions to the rules? A few. But most of these women is bunch of children with breasts. And he even doubled down. He said Chronicles of Judah 144. You can check out his channel. He one time said that, what did he say? Women don't start maturing till like 45. I was appalled. I'm like, really? Seriously? I thought I gave women the benefit of the doubt. I said, well, they're probably like 30. And they're like, nah, brothers, these women don't develop mentally until like 45, if that. And now I see in modern day society and how these old birds be acting like they young, like they 20 and 25 and dressing like they 20, and they 45, 50, 60 years old. And I'm like, this guy is right. This guy is right. Because the women show you exactly who they are. You got women, old birds out here. This is a side note about the topic here, but I'm putting it all together. These old birds out here is dressing, they 45, 50 years old, wearing, little tight skirts, no panties, no nothing on. They run around here naked underneath. And they 45, 50. They don't even wear underwear. All of this weirdo stuff. And I have a footnote with that. Yeah, you wear some underwears, ladies. running around here with clothes, wearing clothes, have these tights and stuff, and you're not wearing your underwear, and you go into the bathroom and you leaking, women. I don't even want to get graphic to that. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It just shows you this is what the moral of the story is. These are the women that you will meet in the very beginning, men. These is the women that you should be analyzing and saying, no, don't marry them. At best, recreational purposes. At best, see them once every 4 to 6 weeks. But don't get caught up in their web, though. See, one of the weakest things for a man is a woman. And then you catch feelings with these type of women, and you be clouded, and you will say, you know what? I could change her. I think I can change her. The rod of life maybe can change her. What I mean by the rod of life, your penis can change her. You feel that you can change her spiritually by the words you say and stuff. If it's not in her from the start, forget it. You can't change her. She is what she is. She meets those 3 categories that I mentioned previously. It's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do. All of these things can help you when your relationship is over. It can give you a higher percentage of having a healthier relationship. That's why I meant to say having a healthier relationship. You gotta go by percentages. Nothing is guaranteed, but if you have a proper woman, or women, if you have a proper woman that you screen her properly, your percentages will be high that you will have a healthier relationship because she will have the same ideals as you. She will fully understand the type of man you are, which I think you as a man should convey that to her if you're trying to build a relationship. This is the type of man I am. I don't want my woman doing this, and so. And if she can't fall in that category, send her on the way. Less confusion. Then you don't have to worry about 5-10 years later, she's embarrassing you. She's going to get a divorce. She don't want you no more. She'll run around with younger men, and she's, secretly, doing strange things. You can avoid all of that right from the top. That's why in the very beginning, and I'm speaking for me here, I love my podcast because this is like chronicles, diaries, but also I talk about other people that I know that have gone through such situations. But you dealing with Mr. Greatness, you understand where I'm coming from. There's no misunderstanding. If you don't understand me, listen to my shows. You will understand me. And I made that commitment because I said in my life, I love my life. I love a simple life. I love my direction where I'm going. And I don't want any confusion and distractions and stuff like that. That will eliminate 2/3 of pretty much over like 95% of the women anyway. They're not going to rock with me because they fall in those 3 categories. And that's okay because I know there's women around this planet Earth. I know it as a fact that will be willing to go with my program, and that's good. Therefore, I don't have to be following her and wondering. Now, if she changes or she's changes, then I'm prepared for that too, to the best of my ability. You can never prepare for everything, but the percentages will be high because if that woman leaves you, you have other things going on which you could keep the ball rolling. And as you get older, and like I said, you're not the same like you was 30, 40, 50 years ago, it will soften the blow because you have options. And we're not talking about options of meeting other women, options to live a healthier, better life, spiritually fit, physically fit, emotionally fit. You can pick up the pieces and keep it moving. Does that make sense? You're welcome. So, In conclusion, knowing when your relationship is over. 1, her personality changes. 2, how she talks to you. 3, how she dress. 4, how she talk about other men and praising other men. And these is examples, but you can see the signs when the relationship is over. And I blame a lot of men because you didn't properly prepare. You got so deep emotionally, telling yourself and telling the world that she's a queen and putting her on a pedestal. She, in reality, should be putting you on a pedestal because you are the leader. And a lot of these men mess up because if the woman is into you, she's putting you on the pedestal morning, noon, and night. And if she's not putting you on the pedestal morning, noon, and night to her family, friends, and foe, and even to you, even praising you, your relationship is over before it even starts. Because believe me, when these women on this planet, their first baby daddy, they loved and praised, they do everything and anything for him. That's why they're so bitter, because they put in all of their efforts. And they praised him for everything. But that was just the wrong woman. I mean, excuse me, not the wrong woman. The wrong man they picked. Now they got you, the cleanup man. And I talk about that on the previous show, being the cleanup man. See, so this is something thoroughly you need to understand. A lot of men get tripped up and they forget, and because they haven't had a woman, pause. Come on, get it together, Mr. Greatness. They haven't had a real man that they can listen to give them good game. I'm here for you. I'm here to give you information. You can take it or don't. It's up to you. This is therapeutic for me. Because again, reason why I can come in with a lot of different topics, because I have a lot in my brain. A lot of things I've been through. So I know this can help you. Don't do what I used to do. And again, I'm saying these things because I've been through the sands of life. I've done those ungodly things, and it cost me big time. Fortunately, I recovered by the grace of the Most High, but it could have easily went the other direction. So I'm telling you, young men, so you can avoid this, especially you young black men. Because you need this. All over the world, you men need this. And you men, you could do me a real solid. Pass it to other men out here. Do me that favor, please. You could do me that favor. Pass it to your family, friends, and foe out here, because I need the information put out worldwide. I want the information to be put out worldwide so people can know about the Oracle 19 podcast. Is a perspective, but I hope I'm making sense to a lot of people that can't stand it or don't like it. I mean, you cannot say these is not logical. But again, I'm not here to prove and make you feel good, and I'm just giving a perspective. So the choice is yours, men. Knowing when the relationship is over. Do you really know when the relationship is over? And are you capable of breaking away and starting a fresh new relationship? Can you pick up the pieces? Is it signs with your woman presently that the relationship is over? Is she a solid woman? What do you think? Are you prepared to move on without her? Do she have so much information about you? Can she destroy you? What say you? Like, subscribe, and share to the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. I know I was long-winded on this show because I wanted to be thorough. The spirit moved me, and I wanted to get that information out to y'all guys. So, therefore, maybe it could help you. So, knowing when the relationship is over. Thank you for listening.